Allez, ouvrons le dossier. Brion, Gamboa ainsi que Chase, Lacombe, le groupe Breath of Ashes, BOA, 213 Rock, Vinyl Times, The Classic Rock Radio dans quelques minutes en direct tonight dans 213 Rock, Vinyl Times, The Classic Rock Radio. En attendant, Brion, Gamboa avait prêté sa voix concernant l'album de Mick Mars, The Other Side of Mars, 213 Rock, Vinyl Times, The Classic Rock Radio. Voici le superbe single Undone. Oh yeah, 213 Rock. Oh yeah, 213 Rock, Vinyl Times, The Classic Rock Radio. Ça y est, c'est bon. Ce soir en direct, j'ai réussi à les avoir, à savoir Brion, Gamboa ainsi que Mr. Chase Lacombe en direct tonight dans 213 Rock, Vinyl Times, The Classic Rock Radio. Hi Brion, nice to meet you.
Oui, hello. How are you, sir?
Yes, how are you, Brion?
I'm good, man. I'm good. It's hot. It's hot in Nashville today.
Ok, donc en direct ce soir, Brion Gamboa du côté de Nashville et il fait vraiment très très chaud. And Mr. Chase Lacombe. Hi Chase, nice to meet you.
Likewise. Comment vas-tu?
Je vais très bien, merci beaucoup. C'est effectivement Chase Lacombe avec son nom de famille très français. Il a fait un petit effort. Bonsoir, Monsieur Lacombe.
I don't speak much French, but I thought I would I could at least give you a good greeting.
Okay, so guys, welcome.
I am French, and I speak more German than I do French, and that's probably a fault on my.
So, guys, thank you very much for being on air tonight on 213 Rock Show with me on Vinyl Times, the Classic Rock Radio, based in Paris, France. Guys, my pleasure. Oh yeah.
It's great to be here.
Absolutely. Soul Divide, c'est donc le premier single sorti le 22 juin dernier. Donc il figurera sur le premier album Breath of Ashes qui sera disponible courant de cette année. 213 Rock, Vinyl Times, Classic Rock Radio. Vous connaissez la voix de Brion Gamboa. En février dernier, Mr. Mick Mars a sorti l'album effectivement The Other Side of Mars et il y avait le carton planétaire concernant ce titre fantastique à savoir Undone. On en parlera tout à l'heure courant de fin d'interview. 213 Rock, Vinyl Times, The Classic Rock Radio. Oh yeah. So Brion, my first question is for you. Soul Divide is the first single released a couple of weeks ago, so June 22, I guess, of Breath of Ashes. Wow, amazing track. Yes, this is your new project, new band.
It is a new band. You know, there's several members from other bands, amazing bands, actually. You know, Martin Motnick plays for the band Accept. Of course, Chase over here plays for Kerosene Shores. And Max Bloy Rossetti plays for a bunch of different people, and he's kind of like a YouTube prodigy, an excellent guitar player. But yeah, all of us coming together, we've kind of all played with each other in one way or another. And so this is a combination of just, well, I'm lucky. I get to be around a bunch of killer musicians, you know. So
we are lucky to be around you, Brian. We are very happy to be here with you, brother.
So yeah, so you know, there was a lot of this album, you know, partially written, yeah, at least the bones of it, before the Mick Mars record came out. But I wanted to wait to release this until after. And so, yeah, we just put out the first single. That'll probably be one of two or three more by the end of the year. And then we're slated to release the full album Unconstricted by March of 25.
Okay.
And we might do we might do a couple of one-off shows before, but we can't wait to come over there and play for you guys, you know. So we're looking forward to that in 25.
Alors oui, effectivement, beaucoup d'informations à l'instant. Hein. Donc c'est vrai qu'il a un line-up de killer. Hein. Il a vraiment des tueurs de musiciens, notamment avec Martin Mocknick, effectivement du côté d'Axet, Chase Lacombe, ex Keros and Shores, et Max Blois. And there is Max Blois Rossetti. That's right.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sure
Sam Brion. Yeah. Donc effectivement, il a des musiciens, il a des talents. Hein. Il y a du talent en tout cas. Et puis comme il explique, hein, il y a 2 ou 3 singles qui vont arriver d'ici la fin de l'année en tout cas. Et puis hein, il espère l'album complet pour mars 2025. Donc effectivement, il y a du boulot en tout cas. Et vous allez voir, c'est un énorme travail concernant Breath of the Ashes. Cette année, lui, ça fait déjà 2 ou 3 ans à mon avis qu'il est vraiment très très full quoi. And always Brian, I guess you worked a lot of job these last 2 years or 3 years, thinking about everything. Because you worked on your on your new band Breath of the Ashes plus the operation of the Mick Mars album. I think it was not really easy on every day.
It's been busy for sure. It's been and you know, really, you know, I was a small piece of the puzzle on the Mick record. There's some amazing guys on that, as you know. Paul Taylor, one of the main writers with Mick on that, and he's exceptional. And then of course, you know, the other singer is amazing, good friend Jacob Bunton. He's exceptional at what he does, his writing, his playing of everything. And then, you know, you got Ray Lazare from Korn, who, you know, is fantastic. And then Michael Wagner. Yeah, shout out to Ray. Michael Wagner worked on this record, and then Chris Collier. So it was a bunch of amazing guys, and I had just a small hand in it. But we went straight from releasing that to really cracking down on this band and trying to get Breath of Ashes out. And yeah, it's been a hurry up offense this year. That's for sure. Not much.
We've had a lot of different
sleep.
things that we've gone into. Yeah, this year with starting Breath of Ashes, there's a lot of work, and I think that a lot of people don't really understand what it takes to build a band like this from the floor up.
Yeah, even when these guys have done this before, you're still creating something new.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Alors effectivement, donc pas mal d'informations. Donc ça fait effectivement pas mal de temps qu'il bossait dessus, même avant Mick Mars. Hein. Donc Brion, et puis il a rencontré effectivement Paul Taylor. Ouais, le claviériste de Winger, Monsieur Paul Taylor, un grand monsieur en tout cas. Jacob Bunton aussi, un superbe vocaliste du côté de Los Angeles. Et puis Ray Luzier, le batteur de cordes, Michael Wegner, Chris Collier, 2 superbes producteurs à l'actuel hein, qui sont énormes en tout cas. Vous connaissez leur carrière, c'est incroyable en tout cas. Il s'est vraiment tout ça s'est vraiment bien réuni. Ça a été pour lui c'était un rêve, hein. Ça a été vraiment tout ça autour et puis prêter sa voix. Donc effectivement ces dernières années n'ont pas été faciles en termes de timing parce tout est arrivé, il a fallu donc tout bien construire avec beaucoup de jobs et puis surtout créer de la nouvelle musique avec de nouvelles idées et c'était ça en tout cas, c'est ce qu'il souhaitait avec Breath of Ashes. So Chase, how do you know Brion?
So Brian and I met through Ray Luzier at the Music City Drum Show last year, almost a year ago now, because it's coming up in about a week or two again, which is a huge drum show, just kind of like the NAMM festival, like in Los Angeles and other places. Brian was there supporting Ray because of the Mick Mars album and, you know, because they're friends. And Brian and I found each other kind of standing next to each other, and both of us kind of looked at one another and said, or thought like, you're somebody, aren't you? I think you're somebody too. And so we struck up a conversation and 5 minutes later, we're like, are we best friends now? And like, we hit it off. We realized that we had chemistry together immediatally. Mm-hmm. And
yeah, we found out we were.
Yeah, go ahead.
Found out we were nobodies. I'm kidding.
Ok. Alors,
we were nobodies on the road to being somebodies, man.
Ok. Alors effectivement, ils se sont rencontrés grâce à Ray Luzier, donc le batteur de cordes, effectivement. Il y a des noms ce soir. Hein. Et puis en même temps, donc je crois que c'était à travers un magasin, effectivement, ils se sont connus. Et puis après, ils se sont revus, je crois, autour d'un festival. Et puis ils ont parlé 5 minutes. Et finalement, ils se sont vus qu'ils avaient énormément d'accroches. Et puis il y a l'alchimie, elle a vraiment bien fonctionné entre les deux. Et puis ils se sont parlé, ils sont devenus vraiment très très potes. Au bout de 5 minutes, ils ont adoré être ensemble, quoi. And Chase, do you remember when Brion asked you to play drums in the band?
Yes, I do actually. Yeah. And it wasn't just one single conversation or one question like, hey, I've decided I want you here. It was a series of smaller conversations that built up over time. But I do remember there was a moment that Brian said to me, he was like, the reason I want you as the drummer for this band is your knowledge, your vast knowledge of music that extends from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, today, like everything. And then he was like, but not just in rock music. He was like, in Latin, in jazz, in country music. And he was like, man, you know a lot of things that are today's trends that, like may have just not really hit his radar yet that were on mine. And that knowledge of different styles and different ways that people have done it and been successful in the past, but done it differently, that knowledge base there that I love music and I know a lot or I think I know a lot about music, or at least I think I do. And then Brian was, I guess he was impressed enough to say, hey, you know what? This is the guy that I want bringing into this band because he's going to bring in more than just being a drummer. And that's kind of how it happened.
Ok, alors voilà comment c'est arrivé. Donc c'est au départ une petite question en fait, qui est arrivée, une petite conversation en fait. Et puis il lui dit, est-ce que ça te branche, Brian qui dit donc à Chase, ça te branche de jouer sur être le batteur sur mon prochain groupe et tout. J'ai envie de jouer avec toi et tout parce que t'as une énorme connaissance dans la musique. Tu connais beaucoup de choses. Tu sais jouer du jazz, de la country, du rock. T'as des styles tellement différents. Tu joues tellement différemment sur chaque fois. Départ, t'as toujours de bonnes idées, de bonnes choses. Et puis lui, donc il a dit, ok, c'est bon, moi ça me va. Moi, en plus on s'entend bien et tout. On peut faire quelque chose. Because I can't imagine the situation when Brion asked you for play drums in his band. I think the situation came just after the conversation. It's just my imagination, Chase. You went around the cycle in your home looking for the best idea for the new track. And maybe something happened, something like 3 a.m. in the morning. And suddenly you already had some new ideas, I guess.
So, yes, partly. So I think you're part correct. So like Brian said earlier, he had a lot of the bones already kind of made for this song. But there were definitely some collaborations that I'm feeling something a little bit differently here, a different groove, a different feel, or go to a double time, and I was scared because Brian had originally told me like, look, man, I don't want to bring people into this band who want to make their own music out of my music. He was like, this is my music, and this is a part of my soul that I'm trying to put out to the world, and it's my story. But I was a little bit tentative to kind of to suggest any type of changes in here to this song. But thankfully, Brian had enough respect for me that he actually gave me the time and listened to me and said, you know what, I think we'll try that out. At the end of the day, there were some things that actually made the record or made the single here that I feel I can listen to them and be like, yeah, that was me. I got my own little stamp on a couple places, and but whenever it comes to playing it live and whenever we were recording it was me. It's all me playing it. So whenever you see it live, it's me.
Chase répond bien évidemment que lorsqu'il a connu Brian, il y avait déjà quelques maquettes, quelques ossements comme il l'a expliqué, Bone il a utilisé en tout cas, et puis donc il avait déjà différents sons, il avait pas mal de choses, et puis il a intégré un peu de son âme, des parties de son âme en tout cas sur ce titre, sur ses nouvelles idées. Il a réfléchi, ils ont travaillé pendant longtemps en tout cas pour que le titre soit le plus parfaitement possible avec une production derrière, et puis il voulait que ça sonne live, il voulait que ça soit une partie de son âme au sein de ce titre, donc il s'est totalement fondu à l'intérieur et de l'esprit créatif donc de Brion ainsi que Chase, ils se sont mélangés pour avoir un son ultra moderne. And Brion finally Soul Divide is a super hard rock track with a modern sound.
Yeah, and I have to say, you have the best radio voice I've ever heard.
Oh, really?
Oh my God, I'm sitting here thinking the same thing, Brian. I'm like, oh my God, I could just listen to him all day, dude.
Fantastic voice.
Oh my God.
So I'll make this.
Thank you very much.
I'll make this short. I'll make it short because I know you're translating everything we're saying, and you're amazing at it.
Oh,
we're very excited. When the song was written, I basically envisioned a movie to it because the story had so much depth. And to sum it up, it's basically someone who's been forced to be a villain all of their life in one way or another, and it's their way over the course of one night finding their way out of the dark and finding the light, making a change. And at the end of the day, they have to make some decisions how to get out. And so we couldn't just sum that up in just a band video. So we made a mini movie.
Yes.
And so when you watch the video, if that makes sense of it, you know, and listen to the lyrics, that's what we did.
Alors effectivement, ils ont d'abord il y a écrit les paroles elles furent écrites donc il y a tout ça sert du scénario parce que Brion a aussi produit effectivement le clip vidéo, il a écrit le scénario, il a fait complètement toute la globalité du projet entre la musique et le clip vidéo, il s'est investi totalement et puis le clip vidéo est vraiment très très joli avec cette musique totalement du hard rock, du super hard rock avec un son très moderne et surtout cette voix blues qui incorpore totalement cette musique. I said your voice is amazing, Brion, because it's totally incorporated inside the mix, between the mix and the melody and the blues inside the music video, okay? Plus the music video is just like a Netflix series. I think it's your wife, the lead actress.
She is. She was great. She was sexy, beautiful, and
Mia did incredible on that video, man.
Yeah, she did it. Yes, totally. Great feeling.
Yeah,
that was fun for me to actually get to film some of the scenes with her, you know, fighting people. And so, I mean, you know, like I had a different role away from the drum kit with this video because I'm a videographer and photographer as well. So I got to work in front of the camera, but I also got to work behind the camera on this, as did Brion. Brion did a lot of the you could read it in the credits, but he's probably a little bit too humble to be broadcast that out. So I'll do it for him.
Alors, effectivement.
But no, Brion Brion wrote this, he directed it. This was his vision, his story, and I was very fortunate to be able to work together with him on this, and Martin and Max, you know, and everybody else involved in this. It was an incredible project and an incredible vision that came to fruition, you know, more than I thought that it would have.
Alors oui, effectivement que c'est incroyable. Effectivement, ouais, c'est vrai que c'est incroyable comme le dit Chase. Il était sur son kit de batterie, il l'a changé à plusieurs reprises parce que Brion avait effectivement sa caméra. Il a aussi filmé, donc je vous dis, il s'est totalement investi. Il a filmé plusieurs parties. Il a dit ouais, ça c'est bien, ça c'est moins bien. On va peut-être retirer, on va peut-être améliorer ici. Donc il y a eu différents kits de batterie et puis c'était la vision de Brion qui était importante et comment il voyait l'histoire quoi. Parce que le clip est vraiment très très bien tourné. C'est la femme donc de Brion qui est à l'intérieur, qui joue donc qui est l'actrice, la main actrice, qui joue à l'intérieur, qui conduit la voiture et qui a un flingue. Et croyez-moi, on peut pas s'amuser avec elle parce que ça explose à la fin. Et finalement, en fait, tout est très bien tourné comme dans une série Netflix. C'est vraiment très très bien fait avec un œil très spécial, avec surtout des musiciens qu'on voit jouer. And Brion and Chase, we can see the band playing on the music video.
We can.
That's correct.
You know,
yeah.
And I was going to just say it was like the stars aligned on this. We have so many great people, friends of ours here in town and abroad that really just went the extra mile to do whatever they could do on this. And some it was an amazing team effort and everybody did fantastic. And there's a lot of people behind this project pushing it, including yourself. So thank you for that. So yeah, it was a lot of fun and you get to see us rocking out on that video as well.
Alors effectivement, Brion précise qu'il y a énormément des super gens, vraiment des really nice people, des gens, des bons amis et tout qui poussent derrière. En tout cas, ça, il en est vraiment très fier de tout ce travail. C'est incroyable ce qu'il a pu faire entre effectivement l'album de Mick Mars et son projet effectivement et le groupe, etc. Le Breath of Ashes et le single. C'est juste incroyable toute cette passion au sein du service du hard rock et tout. Et c'est un travail qui fut au quotidien. Et là, c'est juste dingue. Alors c'est pas facile tous les jours, il l'a expliqué. En tout cas, c'est vraiment superbe, un très très beau titre que vous retrouvez sur YouTube et il y a déjà des commentaires. And the first feedback, Brion, the first feedback from fans are great at this moment.
It's excellent. I'm very humbled. People are enjoying it immensely. So I'm very humbled by that. Very humbled.
Effectivement qu'il remercie tout le monde et il reste très humble parce que c'est vraiment bien, il y a un son très moderne, il apporte quelque chose, ce line-up est vraiment sympa en tout cas, c'est bien, ça joue, le son de Soul Divided est vraiment bien, c'est puissant en tout cas, il y a c'est que tout à l'heure on l'a expliqué, il y a cette voix qui est mélangée au blues avec qui est incorporée totalement, c'est vraiment beau en tout cas, on reconnaît sa touche. We can feel your touch after fully listening Mick album Undone. I can now we can feel your music, we can feel your touch inside the music of Soul Divide.
Thank you. Merci beaucoup.
Ok, c'est en direct ce soir, 213 Rock, Vinyl Times, The Classic Rock Radio, Mr. Chase, Lacombe and Brion, Gamboa en direct tonight on 213 Rock, Vinyl Times, The Classic Rock Radio. So Brion, the Undone single of Mick Mars is certainly the best hard rock track of this year. Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
I think it's a perfect track. Yeah, it's a perfect tracks for the all US station should have been playing in a world hit. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing track.
The whole album has been received really, really well. As Mick said, he would probably gain some fans and he'd probably lose some fans. But we're very proud of Mick. He just did exactly what he wanted to do and get the things that were in his head out. And we had a blast doing it, so I'm very, very happy for him.
Effectivement, qu'il est très, très heureux en tout cas de cet album. Comme le dit Mick Mars, il en a peut-être gagné, il en a 7 petits perdus, mais en tout cas, nous, on a gagné vraiment un très, très bon single. Et enfin, et puis avoir été en studio avec Mick Mars, Paul Taylor of Winger, Ray Luzer of Korn, Jacob Button, en tout cas super vocaliste, Chris Collier, et puis Michael Wagner. Et croyez-moi, c'est un line-up de dingue. Et c'est vraiment bien. C'était and Brion, you had a real experience of this year.
A real experience for this year?
Yes, real experience.
Well,
Mick Mars album and Breath of the Ashes now. Wow.
It's insane. It's insane and it's busy, but it's amazing. You know, I'm just very blessed and thankful to have such great friends that are such incredible talents, and I'm surrounded by them all the time. And I don't think there's much better than that besides my family that competes with that. When you can make music with people you respect and you admire and that you're friends with, and that's been the best part of my journey throughout my whole music career.
Effectivement, que c'est un moment incroyable dans sa carrière, en tout cas, ce qu'il a vécu pour le moment. Et je pense qu'il y en aura d'autres à l'avenir. C'est juste incroyable, quoi. Et puis d'avoir été autour de ce line-up, tout ça, vraiment une très très belle expérience. And Chase, have you listened to the Mick Mars album?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was fortunate enough to be working with Brion before its release, and so I may or may not have got to listen to it before most of the listening world was able to. I may or may not have, but it really, really blew me away.
Okay.
There is a lot of there's a lot of homage to to the old style of rock, but with a new modern flavor and twist to it. And like Mick said, he knew that he was going to gain some fans. He knew he was going to lose some fans. Okay. But I think that it was a very bold decision to go in the direction that he went with it. And I think it was an incredible piece of music.
Effectivement, que comme il le dit, Chase en tout cas, c'est un mix entre le passé et l'avenir. En tout cas, c'est vrai. Mick Mars a fait la très très bonne décision. En tout cas, c'est pour un super disque. Effectivement, oui, ça c'est vrai. So, Mr. Brion, Mr. Chase, thank you very much for this live interview tonight. Chase, just before the end, do you have a message for the audience tonight, please?
A message? I would say that I am very pleased at the response beyond belief at what people are, how they're receiving it and how much love is behind this music and belief in what we're doing.
Agreed.
Here, yeah, I really am just very, very humbled to be a part of something, to have gotten to this point in my career that somebody like Brion and all these other people would want to be, with me and want to do a project and let's go around the world and share this music together. But at the end of the day, I'm playing with some of the people who are some of my best friends in the world. And if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life.
Oh yeah, Brion, same question for you. Message for the audience?
Oh man, you know what? I can't say thank you enough for the people. We're actually seeing some numbers come in from Europe in general and from France, and it's amazing. We have a big radio campaign that's just started, and we're hoping to get some more airtime on stations out near you. But thank you for the love. If you like what you hear, if obviously you can stream wherever music is sold. You can go to our website, breathofashes.com, and we have some great merch there, and you can download the song there. But thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Merci beaucoup, France.
Okay, 213 Rock, Vinyl Times, the classic rock radio, Brion, Gamboa, and Chase Lacombe. Guys, can't wait to see you maybe, I think, next year for a release party on stage on the new album. Maybe, I think, for your first show will be March 25.
We're going to do our best, and it could be sooner that is released, but we would love to come see you.
Oh, okay. Come to see you in Europe. Oh.
Absolutely.
Oh yes.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, definitely. Ben voilà une bonne information. En tout cas, ils ont l'idée de venir en Europe pour l'année prochaine et pour présenter effectivement leur musique et pour en concert. 213 Rock, Vinyl Times, the classic rock radio. Chase, Brian, thank you very much. I cross my fingers for the rest of your career.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh yeah,
Merci.
213 Rock, Vinyl Times, the classic rock radio. Voici tout de suite le single des Breath of Ashes, BOA, Soul Divide. 213 Rock, Vinyl Times, the classic rock radio.
Survivor, will I be the sorcerer? Will I be
Oh yeah, 213 Rock, Vinyl Times, The Classic Rock Radio, Breath of Ashes, BOA, Soul Divide, en direct tonight en 213 Rock, Vinyl Times, The Classic Rock Radio, la première interview française, the very first live interview with Breath of Ashes, Brion, Gamboa, ainsi que Chase, Lacombe, 213 Rock, Vinyl Times, The Classic Rock Radio, dans leur nouveau single Soul Divide. Il y en a un autre qui va venir d'ici la rentrée, 213 Rock. Voilà, c'est terminé pour ce soir. On se retrouve demain soir à partir de 20h. 213 Rock, Vinyl Times, Classic Rock Radio. Merci encore d'avoir suivi le programme Vinylestimes Classic Rock Radio. Oh yeah, 213 Rock. Ciao, ciao.